Premium quality football shirts at an extremely affordable price. Sound good? If so, check out the sponsor of today's video, jerseyfifa.com. You can see that I've sent you some shirts and they really are top quality, so make sure to click the link in the description to go find a shirt for yourself or perhaps as a gift for someone else. And you can now use code jerseyfifa at checkout for 10% off your order. That's code jerseyfifa at checkout for 10% off your order. I really do recommend their product, so go take a look. Now let's get into the analysis. I wonder how many videos I've actually started with these two on the screen. It seems to be happening quite a lot, and it's simply because both of them have played a lot for Manchester United in the past 3 years, and they haven't delivered on a regular enough basis. As a result, there has been a lot of talk about Manchester United signing 1, 2 or maybe even 3 new midfielders in the club in the summer, and that's one of the reasons that I'm so excited about the upcoming transfer window. However, perhaps Manchester United could save some money to upgrade on a different position, because there is an argument to be made that the solution for the midfield problems is actually already under contract at the club and is ready to step up. I am of course talking about James Garner. The 21-year-old is of course one of the brilliant young players that has been coming through the Carrington Academy, and there are certainly arguments to suggest that he is ready for the step up to the first team. Unlike some other young players, Garner is a player that took the decision to seek regular first team football with a loan move to Nottingham Forest, where he has been for the past 18 months and he has been performing excellently. We can see that just in his base numbers here. He's been getting plenty of game time, regularly starting for Forest, and as the season has gone on, he has even shown that he has the ability to contribute to the team with goals and assists as well. He hasn't just been doing this in random games. This year Garner has been at the heart of an incredible season for Nottingham Forest, which has seen them pushing for promotion, and Garner played a huge part in getting them as far as the playoffs. So actually, from the outside looking in, this actually looks like one of those rare occasions where Manchester United have got a loan move right, and Garner has really developed as a player. But let's break down what it is that makes him ready for the first team. So as a bit of a profile or overview, Garner is an English-born 21-year-old midfielder who stands at roughly 6 feet tall with quite a slender frame, and he of course plays either as a holding midfielder or as a slightly more box-to-box player. Probably my favourite thing about James Garner is that he is always happy to receive the pass, even under pressure in his own defensive third, and in these types of situations he's very press resistant, which allows him to take the ball and turn away. If we compare this to the current options at Manchester United, Garner is certainly a far more press resistant player than what Fred is, and he is also probably better and certainly more alert than what Pogba is in these sorts of situations. Having helped his side to progress the ball towards the middle third of the pitch, Garner is a player that helps his team dominate possession, and he's more than happy to keep the play ticking over with short passing interchanges with his fellow midfielders. Again, if we're comparing that to the other midfielders at the club, this is something that United currently really struggle with both Fred and McTominay both regularly overturning possession with unforced errors on some pretty basic passes. As well as often keeping the play quite simple, Garner is also often slightly more adventurous with his passing as well, and in particular has this ability to switch to play with long driven passes out towards the wingers to stretch the play for his side. Despite often progressing the play with long passes, Garner could still improve his ability to progress the play with passes through the lines, because at times he does keep the play a little bit too simple with his sideways passing. Although I will just add that this is something that he's been improving on during the season, and he's certainly getting better at it, but he certainly needs to take it to the next level if he wants to really add something to the Manchester United midfield. Another part of Garner's game that has developed this season is his work and defensive contribution off the ball, and playing week in, week out in the Championship has certainly helped him improve the defensive side of his game to really take it to the next level. Personally, I think that the physicality of the Championship in particular is something that has helped Garner at such a young age, and he is now quite strong in the tackle, and he tends to win a very decent amount of his ground duels week in, week out. This improved ability to win his duels has also made James Garner a very useful player when it comes to breaking up the play, and we saw this in the FA Cup in particular when he regularly broke up the attacks of some very top teams. As well as having the physical attributes to break up the play, Garner also has the mind and intelligence to match as well, and it's his reading of the game that allows him to make a lot of interceptions in midfield to regain possession for his side. Again, this was a side to his game that we've seen in the FA Cup against the likes of Arsenal, Leicester and Liverpool, and personally I think it was these games in particular that really showcased his intelligence against some of the best in England. Again, I do think that this combination of intelligence and physical ability is something that the Manchester United midfield is severely lacking at this moment in time, and they could do with his ability to win the ball back in the middle third of the pitch. Once he has won the ball back for his side, Garner is really good at setting his team forward on the counter-attack, and this ability to quickly set the team forward in transition is something that's becoming more and more important in modern day football. Whilst he is already very decent at playing in this way, I actually think that he has the ability to improve even further, especially if he can improve his ability to drive forward with the ball at his feet, again something that we have seen improving. Despite not always adding a ball carrying ability to his team, one thing that Garner certainly does contribute is goal scoring, especially when he arrives late on the edge of the box before finishing past the keeper, in slightly Lampard-esque fashion. As well as all of this, Garner also offers great threat on set pieces, and despite not scoring too many free kicks, he nearly always goes close, so with a bit of fine tuning in training, I certainly think this could become an important weapon for him. And this would be just another way for him to add value to his team, because he already has incredible set piece delivery into the box, and as I've been saying pretty much all season, it's not possible to put into words how important set pieces are becoming. The good news for Garner is that I do think that Erik ten Hag will give him a chance in the first team, because we've seen his work with young players from the Ajax Academy, with players like Gravenberch playing a crucial role in this year's title push. So, whilst we know that Ten Hag will probably give Garner a chance in the team, the bigger question is whether or not he will fit into Ten Hag's system from a more tactical point of view, so that's what we'll quickly take a look at now. So a lot of people are of the belief that James Garner could come into the Manchester United team and play as a solo pivot at the heart of a midfield three for Manchester United, and whilst he is capable, I'm not sure it's his best position. Instead, I think he is better with a partner in more of a double pivot, like what we've seen alongside Ryan Yates this year, and personally I think the double pivot is the best option to try and get the best out of James Garner in a midfield. The main reason for this is because it's the best way to combine the various skill sets of Garner, allowing him to act as a box-to-box midfielder to combine his defensive skills in his own half with his offensive skills in the final third. So let's try and slot him into the Manchester United team, and on the left hand side of the double pivot looks best to me, and he could become the midfield player responsible for dropping into his own defensive third to help the defenders play through the press. Having played through the press, James Garner could be the perfect midfielder to help Manchester United dominate possession. I've said in the past that Ten Hag will want his team to take control, and James Garner could be the man to do exactly this. On top of this, Garner also has the ability to move the ball forward with longer passes out wide to the wingers, and this would allow United to really take advantage of the wide system that I'm sure Ten Hag will look to use. On top of this, I also think that Garner has something to offer in the final third as well, especially if he arrives late on the edge of the box, which would then allow him to whip deep crosses in towards the back post for the striker to attack. In the past, I've also spoken about how Ten Hag will want his team to squeeze high up the pitch on the counter press to win the ball back, and again I do think that this would benefit Garner and the way that he likes to play out of possession. On top of this, I've also spoken about how Garner is good at breaking up the play, and this will be crucial to any United midfielder, because at times the defenders will be exposed, so they will need this bit of protection in front of them in the midfield. Overall, I do think that James Garner looks like a good fit for Erik ten Hag's team and the system that he looks to use. The only question is whether or not he has the pure raw ability as a player that is needed to play at the required level. This might sound odd to say because he has had a brilliant season for Forest, however the step up from the Championship into the Premier League is a big upgrade, so we'll have to wait and see whether or not he can take that step in his career. But either way, I am quite confident that Ten Hag will give Garner some sort of chance in pre-season before then making a decision on whether or not to loan him out. But personally, I do think that he should be included in the squad and given a chance. I think certainly in the cup competitions and the Europa League or Conference League, whatever it may be, Garner will probably get plenty of opportunities to make an impression, even if early on in the season it is just in these cup games. This is the most important thing. At 21 years old, James Garner needs to be making sure that he is getting plenty of game time, whether that's at Manchester United or on loan elsewhere in the Premier League to try and guarantee more minutes. But in my personal opinion, I do think that he has what it takes to come into the Manchester United team early on next season and play on the left hand side of the midfield in a 4-2-3-1 formation in the double pivot. Either way, I do think it will be very interesting to monitor the progress and development of James Garner over the next few years, but the next 18 months in particular, because he is at an important crossroads in terms of his career. And despite everything I've said in the video, I wouldn't be at all surprised to see him making another loan move again to seek more game time, but I do think that he should be looking to play on a regular basis in the Premier League because he is at that level already. Either way, no matter what my personal opinion is, I am quite confident that Ten Hag and Rangnick will be able to come to the right decision for the future of James Garner's career, but as I said, it is a big decision that needs to be made at the club. And as always, I'm really interested to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. Should he look for another loan move next season, or should he try and fight for a place in the first team in Erik ten Hag's side next season? Thank you guys for watching, I'll see you in the next one.